name is Fraeters. I'm the manager of the Knowledge Exchange practice in WBI. So we're here to look together with all the OGP partners how we can scale up knowledge sharing in the context of the OGP. President Dilma Rousseff yesterday in her speech, the speech with which she opened the whole conference here for 1,200 people, she said it in a very pointed way. She said within the OGP every country has something to learn, every country has something to share. What we're here to do, and a fundamental part of WBI's support to the OGP, is really to identify mechanisms, ways how we can make this learning happen. If you think of the OGP, it's a huge marketplace for knowledge sharing that is about to be fulfilled. Countries have commitments. Those are actions they are going to undertake. When they are going to undertake actions, it means that they have a need to learn on what measures to take and how to take them in the most effective way. Other countries have done this already. Other countries already have experiences. So there's a huge demand and a very well-defined demand through action plans, demand for learning. And many countries here have many interesting experiences. So the question is, how do we create some sort of a brokering platform, a brokering role that the bank can support so that this learning takes place in a systematic way and gets scaled up, and so that these learning promises are fulfilled. That's the essence of our presence. So the reason why we want to support is that we are firm believers in the open agenda, the open development agenda. And open government is an essential component of the open development agenda. So within the open development is not just about the bank becoming more open, which is something that the bank has done, giving away its data sets and everything. Open development is truly about opening up the space for development. In the past, development used to be a much more closed space. North to south transfer of knowledge, north to south transfer of finance, north to south transfer of prescriptions, how you have to use the money in developing countries to make change happen. Now things are very different. Now we live in a much more open world, where the role of the bank is much more that of a broker. How can we as a bank position ourselves and support countries to get access to all the knowledge and the experience in other countries? We do not have to provide the knowledge all the time. We need to broker the knowledge, and we need to know where the knowledge is and then help countries get access to it. That's an open knowledge dimension of this open development agenda. But there's also an open governance or an open government agenda, which is really within the countries, how can we get multiple stakeholders involved to make change happen on the ground? When we work through government alone, it's not going to work. That's part of the old model. When we open up to all actors in society and identify ways and methodologies through which we can engage them in a meaningful way, ranging from citizens to civil society organizations and all other stakeholders, private sector, parliament, media, etc., to make change happen, then we're really talking about an open governance model in which development can happen more effectively. Yeah, so we had a very interesting session. So we had a few interesting experiences that were shared about how knowledge sharing is currently happening in the context of OGP, and then we did some bus sessions. So we asked the participants to come up with recommendations on how knowledge sharing can be scaled up. So this is going to be very useful because it will help WBI understand what we can do and how we can support best and where the demands is. A few key conclusions there. What I found is that many things are happening in a very dispersed way, and we had a very interesting comment from an Indonesian government official saying there's so many support, so many options for support that is overwhelming to us. On the one hand, actors are coming from different places, doing different things in a fairly uncoordinated way, and for countries who want to participate in knowledge sharing, it can be overwhelming. On the other hand, we heard there's a lot of supply out there. Yeah? So the supply, I can help you and give experience to share, but it's much harder to get to the demand for this learning. So I think efforts will need to be undertaken, and we should play a facilitator role in this. We really see how we can bring the supply and demand effectively together, play some coordination, so that all the efforts really add up in a way that the total is more than the sum of the parts. It's a great place to be. What I'm seeing here is there's a lot of energy in this community. It's kind of a nascent community. That's what's so nice about it. It's a new field. There's a lot of energy around this. People are motivated. It's just a great place to be.